Kevin Costner's Horizon franchise gets an unexpected comeback. Horizon, an American Saga, Kevin Costner's original, self-funded Western, just received its first positive update in months, which sadly has nothing to do with the release date for Chapter 2. Planned as a four-part saga, Horizon charts the birth of the titular town on the American frontier. Chapter 1 introduced the main characters in Costner's saga and culminated with many of them descending on the town to start a new life. The film scored mixed reviews and failed to impress at the box office, but found a second life when it was released on VOD a few short weeks later. Due to Chapter 1's poor performance, the already completed Chapter 2 was pulled from New Line Cinema's release calendar indefinitely. While fans wait in their saddles with their guns holstered for an update on Chapter 2, a new project will keep their campfires warm in the meantime. That's all the cowboy wordplay we promise. Per Puck, a new documentary will go behind the scenes on Kevin Costner's original project. The documentary is being produced by Costner's own WME. The untitled doc doesn't yet have a streaming home. However, the report claims that Max is aware of the project's existence, but hasn't yet seen clips to decide whether to host the documentary, as it's the current streaming home of Chapter 1. No other details about the doc were revealed, and the project is currently without a release window or home. Will Horizon, Chapter 2 ever be released? Horizon, an American Saga, Chapter 1 is far from a perfect Western. It is overly long and spends way too much time establishing every character for the saga to come, rather than actually featuring a self-contained plot. That being said, it's still an incredibly enjoyable watch and has understandably found its fan base among Western genre fanatics. But Chapter 1's digital release success might not have been enough to persuade New Line Cinemas to release Chapter 2 in theaters anytime soon. The sequel was initially set for release on August 16th this year, just a few months after Chapter 1. Now, Chapter 2 sits in release purgatory. Considering New Line Cinema has a completed movie on its hands, it is likely that Chapter 2 will get some kind of release in the future, but the exact form it will take remains unclear. Some believe that New Line is waiting for increased anticipation and demand from the frustrated fanbase to help ensure a higher box office gross than the original movie. However, the pessimistic fans believe that New Line Cinema will quietly drop the film on streaming to alleviate the pressure from audiences. While it sounds silly to release a high-budget Western on streaming without much fanfare, a very similar thing is currently happening to the all-time star of the genre, Clint Eastwood. Despite being one of the most iconic actors and directors in Hollywood history, his new, and potentially final, project, Juror No. 2, is being sneakily released and buried in select theaters.